But what would you recommend a more efficient way to get the pollen from the male to the female?
So this would be step 3 now.
Step 3. Now we're about to let them frick.
Pollinate. I mean, a lot of people just put the male in with the female and let them do their thing. You know, they have the air circulation going on with the fans and stuff like that, and that's one way to do it. You could take, at the point where the plant is dropping a lot of pollen, and it drops pretty quick. You know, we're looking at day, don't call me, 14 to 21, where you can get some pollen just to be dropping, right? And then the actual shake process, I mean, you could do it within that, but more pollen sacs open, you can get more pollen to kind of be released. If you're a little bit later than that, day 28-ish roughly, there should be a ton dropping then, enough so you can really pick up that plant and shake it amongst all the females in the grow tent or grow space, wherever you are. Now that causes it to be very messy. You know, there's some breeders like, I don't do that because I don't want to clean up after that, because it's not easy cleaning up.
Just
pollen
all over your
yellow
tent.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And then if you're growing other flower in your house, tent or not, now you got pollen all over it, your beard and everything.
I take my males and put them in a completely separate room because that pollen's super fine, goes airborne super easily, and even that isn't a guarantee because it can get through your ventilation system and go from one part of your house to the other. Now, you want to look at what filter you have, the air filter that you have in your home, right? The MERV level. I don't know if it's MERV 13 or there's different stages. You have to look it up which one will catch pollen, but that's a way that you can prevent pollen from going from one side of your house to the other. I don't know where I was going with that.
We were just talking about the process of actually breeding your
catching. Oh yeah, okay. So it can be very messy to clean up.
Yep, that's
so
right.
Welcome to the Grow Town. Shout out to GT. He only does it by using a paintbrush.
I was going to say the paintbrush method is
a
what
makeup brush I think he used, which is kind of a thicker makeup brush. I think it was his daughter's Barbie set or something like that. If I'm not mistaken.
He's a dad and an artist.
Uses that to grab pollen from the plant, or I'm not sure if he's collecting the pollen, put it into a bag, and then just painting his female, painting his female onto either one branch or multiple branches, and that's saves him cleanup. Cleaning up all the pollen. So multiple ways to go about the actual pollination process.
Explain to me where colloidal silver steps in.
That's if you want to
feminize,
self your plant.
Yeah, if you want to reverse a plant, so something that's females, you want to change the hormones, you'll use colloidal silver, or
boxing.
STS is another thing that people use, or some people use them in a combination. GT, another one I sat down with, he's like, I use both. I want to make sure that this reverses, because you could, and I've actually tried to reverse a plant and it didn't actually reverse, and I was only using STS. Now I'm thinking about trying both, so there are two different ways to kind of reverse a plant. These are the most two common ways. I'm trying to think if there's any other ways. Again, I got the beginner kind of touching upon the intermediate level of experience. But yeah, that's where colloidal silver and STS kind of come into play.
Okay. And so you're essentially turning a female to self-pollinate and create seed.
To produce pollen sacs.
Oh, just the pollen sac.
Which is going to produce pollen
on the same plant.
If you take that and put it onto another plant, for example, then the offspring of that's feminized seeds.
Gotcha.
Should be 100% or
got it.
99.9% feminized seed.
This FTS clip was brought to you by AC Infinity, leaders in garden innovation. Use discount code TheStash15 at checkout to save some money on your order.
From the Stash Podcast.